Well, I wish the EFF cared more about software freedom, but so do you think that TiVoization benefits me as a user somehow?
No. No, I don't. I mean, but that was never my argument. That was not why I selected GPL version 2. This is my whole point. It's not that I think TiVoization is necessarily something that you should strive for, but it is something that in my worldview, it's your decision. If you make hardware that locks down the software, that's your decision as a hardware maker. That has no impact on my decision as a software maker to give you the software. Do you see where I'm coming from? I don't like locked down hardware, but at the same time, that was never the social contract I intended with Linux. To me, I mean, people may or may not realize GPL version 2 wasn't even the first license for Linux. To me, the important part was always, I give you software, you can do whatever you want with it. If you make improvements, you have to give them back. That was the first version of the license. It also had a completely broken clause, which was completely insane, and I was stupid. Hey, it happens. My original license says you can't make money change hands. And that was a mistake, right? That was clearly just wrong and bad, because it really didn't have anything to do with what I wanted. But I was young, I was poor, I didn't realize that the whole money thing wasn't the important part. And I saw the error of my ways, and I saw the GPL version 2 and said, hey, that's the perfect license. And then I saw the GPL version 3, and I said, no, that's overreaching a lot. That's not what I wanted. And so I made Linux GPL version 2 only, right?
So you think getting the patches back is useful even if you can't modify the device that it's used on?
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, TiVo itself was actually an example of this. Their patches were kind of crafty, but I mean, they were basically running on originally a fairly standard MIPS thing, and their patches were working around bugs in the chipsets they used. And they were valid patches. The fact that they then felt that their hardware had to be locked down some way, I didn't like it, but as I mentioned, I felt that that was their decision. And they had real reasons for that. That's something people sometimes miss. There are sometimes reasons to do what TiVo did. Sometimes it's imposed on you by wireless carriers. Sometimes it's imposed on you by Disney. Sometimes it's imposed on you by laws. The GPL version 3 actually accepts the last one when it comes to things like medical equipment, I think. But the point is that the whole TiVoization thing, sometimes there's a reason for it. And if you I mean, I'm not a hardware designer. I think FPGAs and stuff like that is really cool. But I mean, I really don't want to impose my worldview on anybody else. You don't have to use Linux. If you do use Linux, the only thing I ask for is source code back, right? And then there's all the other verbiage in the GPL version 2 about exact details, and those aren't important. And that was always my standpoint.